What is going on? We are back in black. We made it another day, another dollar. Man, shout out to everybody out there. Roll call. Shout out to everybody in Vegas, Nevada. Tasha, I saw what you said. Shout out to my siblings, all my siblings that's in Vegas. I read what you said on there. I know I'm getting a little tired of it too, but I like what we talk about today though. I think y'all gonna like what we talk about today because we got the OG today. But before we get into that, roll call. Shout out to everybody out there in Vegas. Shout out to Shawnee, Philly in the building, Erica, Florida, aka Florida, the homie James Youngblood, Texas in the building, David from No Compromise, Georgia, my homegirl Melina, aka North Carolina, aka North Kakalaka, is definitely in the building. We about to get into it, man. Suge Knight phone tap. He had some interesting things to say about Puffy. So see, these white people like Chris Como, man, they smart. I'm gonna go to the source. I'm gonna go to somebody that was in that industry, that is locked up, and we gonna see what he has to say. Smart move. Motherfucker don't want to hear from no damn Gene Dio or whoever he is, just dry snitching all the time. Let's hear from somebody else. So let's get it. Hey. Man. Let's get it. Let's see. I'm about to Suge Knight did this interview with Chris Como. So we're about to see. Here, let me turn it off. We're about to see what's going on. So here we go. All right. This is about to be Chris Como, who was on CNN. Now he's got his own thing. So here we go.
Done a little bit of homework and know who you are. Why should they believe you about what you think and feel about Sean Diddy Combs?
This is Chris Como, who was on CNN. He's talking to Suge Knight as Suge Knight's in prison, and he's getting his perspective on Puffy. So let's see what he say.
And any allegations against him, given your history of animosity with him.
Well, first of all, I'm not calling you or nobody else to get nobody to believe anything regarding him. Like I said, and I always say, me personally, I don't jump up and down and cheer for no black man going to prison or any other man, any other human being going to prison. Because people think prison is always the answer. I'm not saying a lot of people don't deserve to do their time and see what's going on. But at the same time, that's not no cheerful thing because when you look at it, that man have kids.
Mm-hmm.
And
see, great interview already. You notice. See, they thought Suge was going to fuck that nigga and whoop. No. At the end of the day, he got kids. And that's what everybody's failing to forget. He got kids too. That's affecting them kids too. They may not act like it, but it's affecting them.
Whatever affects him definitely affects his kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's a lot of victims involved in it, and whatever affects them affects their kids. So it's not a good thing to be talking about any shit about the next person. But it's not a gray area with me. And at the same time, Puffy didn't react or get where he got or doing those things or those allegations by himself. He was taught from people before him. And he did.
Listen to what he's saying. Everything that we've been talking about, fam. Everything. I remember we used to have these conversations about the industry at my mom's house like every weekend. We'd be like, these motherfuckers doing. Look, we've been calling out Clive Davis forever. My mom's wasn't a big fan of Clive Davis. I don't think really none of us was a big fan. We knew he had a lot of money, a lot of power, but we knew what he was doing. We knew he was behind. We knew he couldn't wait to get a hold of Whitney Houston's catalog. We know that. Where do you think he got all this shit from? You know what I'm saying? Nobody talking about Clive Davis at all.
The younger people after him. And we can talk all day and say what's true, what's not true. Only true part about it is videos, conversations, and people can see what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
But for it being happy and proud and say what do people think, that's irrelevant.
So Suge,
It's just like I heard earlier today when Ray J was talking to TMZ.
mm-hmm.
I got love for Harvey. But I see Charles always got some negative to say when it comes to West Coast people. And Charles tried to make a reference to say that, how do I feel when I'm in prison? Yeah, I'm in prison. I guarantee you I'm free more than Charles. If I feel like sleeping to 5 o'clock, I want to sleep 12 hours a day, I can.
Sure.
But besides all that, the fact is, it's not no competition who's going to talk the loudest or talk the best. It's not something positive that can help anybody. I don't get on no platforms unless it be something positive. If it ain't positive.
I understand what you're saying. I want you to try to make some positive points here. I get what you're saying about TMZ, but that's not really my interest, as you might imagine. My interest is in what you can help people understand about these allegations that Diddy is facing and what you believe he's facing on the inside. Now, what's most interesting to me is that you seem to see Diddy as kind of an Epstein kind of figure, that Jeffrey Epstein, that a lot.
Now, remember, before they go into it, let's break down Epstein. I've done 1,000 about him and Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein was allowed to do a lot of that shit by a very large group of powerful people. That man had presidents. That man had all kinds of people under his thumb. And then all of a sudden he killed himself. They know what the fuck happened. They know what the fuck is going on. You don't hear nothing about Ghislaine Maxwell no more either.
People know what Diddy was about, and they were about the same thing, and that's why they're quiet. That's why J-Lo and Ben Affleck got divorced, because of videos that he has of her that now they know about. Where is this coming from with you? What do you believe about the people around Diddy and what everybody knows?
Well, first of all, you got to start with at the top. You starting with the top. Clyde Davis, Russell Simmons, Andre Arell.
What did I say? Clive Davis. What did I tell y'all? Ain't nobody talk about that man.
Jimmy Iovine. Even if you take Jimmy Iovine, he had an allegation from him, same thing, it went away. You take Jimmy Iovine. They told me at Universal and Interscope, they said, you know what? We can't deal with artists that gets in trouble. And your artist gets in trouble, they talk crazy. Let's think about what they see. Now, I was told that I can't do business there because of that. Now, Doug Morris gave Puffy a deal for millions of dollars. It flopped. So when you look at all these things and everybody want to say Puffy, 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 don't get me wrong. Yeah, Puffy stepped in this shit, and even if he wiped the shit off his shoe, it still stinks. But he's not the only one. They got all the tapes.
Now, when you talk about the tapes,
but this been going on for a long time.
Hold on, Suge. Help us understand, because a lot of this stuff is a little inside baseball for people, right? Because they don't live the life, they don't know the world, they don't know the players.
Your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
That's just the recording from the prison. That's just saying that they record it, which obviously.
And on record, Suge Knight is the only person that called Eminem a bitch. I'm sorry. When Nick Cannon called him, that was the funniest shit. I'm sorry to jump to another subject, but Suge Knight was like, man, Eminem, that nigga's a bitch. Nobody respects him. That was the funniest shit Nick Cannon could have ever done. That really made me have respect for Nick Cannon. A lot of people don't agree with Suge Knight's tactics. I don't personally agree with a lot of the shit he maybe have done. But at the end of the day, he be calling that shit like a motherfucker. So, oh well. Just like he calling this shit. Talking about, oh yeah, it's all them tapes. I already did. Listen to what he's saying.
They do. Suge, help people understand. What tapes are you talking about? Who has them? And what kinds of things do you think they show?
Well, number one, luckily, I wasn't their first choice, their second choice. I wasn't no choice to be at those freaky parties. But you know what they show. They used to have a thing in the industry, right? And the sad thing about it, I don't like mentioning Usher. I don't like mentioning Justin Bieber. I don't like mentioning all these people that everybody know what time it is. So at the same time, they used to have a joke. They never played this joke with me. And they used to walk in the Interscope office. They'll go back there and they'll be like, hey, we passed the test. I said, we haven't did the test. One dude said, well, don't say that in front of Mr.
He said it in the Interscope office. Interscope, Jimmy Iovine.
Knight, because he's going to take it offensive and hurt somebody. I said, well, whatever it is, I probably will take it offensive when somebody will get their ass whooped. You know, that was me in those days. They used to have these guys, they used to call it the boiled egg test. They used to take a boiled egg, a raw boiled egg.
I want to buy your house.
Man, no. Well, I don't want to buy
yours.
yours. Man, I hate it when they be having them things in there. Hold on. Let's get back to it.
They have those guys put their pants down and bend over and they stick it up their ass. The eggs break. They say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work in. This is Hollywood. So everybody want to go act like they don't know what's going on.
Hold on a second.
But
Suge.
if you just look. That's all
Suge,
you got to do is watch.
I have never heard of anything like that. So if I
Put a boiled egg up your ass if it cracked and you ain't ready. Man, what? But he probably ain't lying.
haven't heard about it, just assume a lot of people
well,
haven't
first
heard
of
that
all-
before.
okay,
But you
well,
think
stop-
it's
stop-
on
stop
video?
for a second. Let's stop for a second.
Go ahead, Suge.
Yeah, listen, and also, have you ever been to any puffy parties?
No.
You sure they had a long time to think about it. But if you haven't been in those butt naked parties, even some of the preachers been in those parties.
Preachers. Who would he be talking about? Let's just see the preachers that have been there. What's his name? TD Jakes. Didn't he just step down? Y'all about to start seeing a lot of black people stepping down from their businesses. You're not finna see them around. They're gonna be really quiet. They ain't gonna say nothing because of Puffy. He's linked to a lot of people. Motherfuckers want to paint him out that he the only one doing the bullshit. Oh, it's everybody out there doing the bullshit. They just want him to go down as the fall guy.
And they wasn't on their knees praying for God. See, they was praying for somebody to have come real quick or something. But I wasn't there, but there's proof of it. But at the same time, everybody want to look around and act like something going on that wasn't right. It's the facts of life in the industry. Not for the people who don't get in. So, everybody, you got to look at it like this. When you see a beautiful woman or you see a handsome man, and it was like that all their life. From elementary school to junior high school to high school, if they forced to go to college, right? They always knew they had something special about themselves. If you take some of the Hollywood executives or some artists, they might have been the ugly duckling for a long time.
Ooh.
Before they had the teeth fix and lipsticks and nose fix, all the work done. Underneath, they still the young man with no confidence.
Oh, let me break that down. He said, you know, the handsome men and the attractive women that have been like that their whole life, they got that confidence, so it's not a big deal. But if you haven't been like that your whole life and you got your nose, lip, or teeth, you know, motherfuckers I can see you want to get your teeth done or corrected a little bit, make it look realistic, but these motherfuckers walking around with dominoes in their teeth and in their mouth. And a lot of people, they feel a little different when they get that plastic surgery. So he's breaking that down. That's the reflection of Hollywood, and that's a fact.
They've been that way all their fucking life. So all of a sudden, if you look at Puffy old pictures, don't look nothing like his new pictures. You know, shit, they didn't do everything.
But Suge, just because he has plastic surgery, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you're wrong about rich people doing stuff to their face or whatever it is, but that's different than the allegations that are coming down on him.
I'm talking about richer people. I'm talking about the difference. I'm talking about, okay, look at it like this. I look at real plain and simple. Ain't no whistleblower. Facts is there. But right now, I don't care if it's T.I., I don't care if it's Rick Ross, I don't care if it's Jay, I don't care if it's Snoop, I don't care if it's Game, I don't care if it's Dre. Nobody's stepping up on the fact that you know what's going on.
Nobody's defending him.
You're
right.
Guys at Interscope.
You're right.
Okay.
Nobody is defending him, but that's why I was interested in hearing your perspective.
Hey, I like to say this too real quick. You got a woman that works for you is really incredible. You don't find too many people.
I thought you were about to implicate her in the investigation. I'm just glad you're not implicating Dusty in the investigation, Suge, because I can't take that.
She's not in the investigation.
All right,
but what
good.
I want to do for her is, I got to do this for her, but I want to turn her on to this clothing line called Girls Mondays to Sunday. Girl Monday to Sunday. And I'm definitely going to look out for her because I buy a lot of shit for a lot of people from that place. But look, What I was basically trying to say is this: I respect your show and respect what you're doing, but most important thing is there's got to be a solution because this has been going on in the industry for a whole bunch of years, for decades. And at the same time, you know, nobody wants this to be true, and it shouldn't have to be true. But if we don't fix it and do something about it, history will constantly
repeat itself. Now, Suge, you said something early on that I want to get clarification for the audience, Suge. You said early on, you can't just look at Diddy in isolation. You said this was done to him. He learned from others, and it was done to him, and then he did to others. To me, that sounds like what I hear when people are talking about abusive situations, you know, hurt people, that someone was sexually abused, they wind up being a perpetrator. Is that what you're suggesting about Sean Combs, that he was sexually abused and he now sexually abuses?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I think he repeat what was done to him. And like I said, if you look at Russell Simmons, you know the truth. Andre Rail, you know the truth. Clyde Davis, you know the truth. Jimmy Iovine, you know the truth. So there's not certain things that all of a sudden you got this. The industry is a quick business. It's been like that for a long time. And the casting couch is real, but it's for women and men. But apart from all that, I think the most important thing is I feel like.
Damn, man. I hate these commercials because he's spitting fire right now.
They should let Puffy tell his truth. I'm quite sure he's going to expose a lot of people. I'm sure he's going to move forward with it. But I don't think it should be a situation like the Epstein thing where they found him hanging from the ceiling or dead for the truth come out.
Do you believe
I think
that
the truth needs to be.
Do you believe that Diddy is in danger in prison? And do you have advice for him based on what you just said?
Well, the first advice I have, I don't never want to say he's in danger, and neither should he say that. Because once he gets to the point where they feel he's going to be suicidal to himself, harmful to himself, once they put him on suicide watch, you have the rights to nothing. No socks, no drawers, no T-shirt, no blanket, no sheets. You asshole naked in a cell as a crazy man. So he definitely don't want to do that. And the other advice I would tell him, you know, maybe he should get on the Jewish diet. Because the kosher meals is way better than the food somebody else is making for you. At least they're going to come hot. They're going to come sealed, and you got to be the one to open them. That's very important.
What about people trying to hurt him?
Go to jail. I mean, one of the things is this. I don't care who you are. Prison and jail is a negative environment. If somebody can do something to them and get a name for themselves, they're going to actually do it. Or they can do whatever they feel they got to do to prove themselves. But we also got to learn. We got to learn from our mistakes. Everything don't have to be a mistake. You got to better yourself. But we all know what we sign up for in life. So if I sign up to be a football player, I knew I'm going to get hit and I'm going to hurt some motherfuckers too. I signed up to be in the music business and the entertainment business. If you fight for right and being a black man, there's certain things you got to look at for the challenges. If they can't take the money from you, they take you from the money by putting you in prison. That's a fact.
Did y'all hear what he just said? They can't take the money from you. They'll take the money from you by putting you in prison. Isn't that what they did to R. Kelly? Isn't that what they tried to do to Dr. Bill Cosby? See, this is no longer about if you like Puffy or not. This is about these charges. They doing too much. They doing way too much. Why Harvey Weinstein out there pleading not guilty. Now, when Harvey Weinstein walk away, I don't want to hear no motherfucker talk about, man, fuck that nigga Puffy, fuck that nigga Puffy. Because that means you are more willing to watch your own suffer and let the other racial groups get away with murder. Then that is beyond a slave mentality. I don't know what the fuck you got going on, because that's what's about to happen. They're doing this all at one time. It's about to be a big merry-go-round of circus bullshit. That's what it's about to be.
In Puffy's situation, he should go and get his time out the way. Not no life sentence. If he can get lesser time, he should jump on it because he had a great run. I'm in prison right now. I had a great run. So I don't go mad. I don't wake up mad. I've been locked up for 10 years, and I ain't had a bad day yet. And it's a lot of things we can do to help each other, and it's never too late for help. God bless us to have a voice. Let's use our voice. I had told Puffy a while back. I told TD Jakes a while back. Shit, come on, collect calls. We can politic. Because one thing for certain, one thing for sure, you're just not going to walk away with one scratch on it.
Do you think that Diddy?
He can do so.
Do you think Diddy knows enough that it's a very delicate balance that maybe investigators will want to know these other names and greatly reduce his exposure to criminality to time versus what people would do to keep him quiet?
Number one, I've been knowing him a long time, and we was friends. We're not enemies, but we were friends. He's not a dummy, so he's smart enough to work his magic. On top of that, this man right here, he been involved with the FBI and most of his career. It's not like he don't have no moves. So I don't think nobody should just count him out. I don't think he gonna lay down and just crawl in the corner and die.
That means if he go down, everybody's fucking going down. Everybody, your favorite rappers going down. That's why ain't nobody saying shit.
He probably going through a lot of shit right now because he probably going through a lot of withdrawals for the drugs. But the industry got him on drugs. And see, they do these things to take control. They're not doing, there's nothing wrong with being gay. If you choose to be gay, that's your preference. But they doing this to people for control.
So they get you all doped up and try to set you up on some Ray Donovan type shit. Who all haven't watched Ray Donovan? Ray Donovan used to do shit like that.
Power situation.
Suge.
And they've been having the power of the, yes.
I appreciate your perspective on this.
Man. Let me tell y'all something. I want to talk about something that was very serious that we need to talk about. I believe he's got a lot of shit on the Democratic Party, people that are in the Democratic Party. I believe he's got a lot of shit on a lot of people in the industry. I'm talking about real shit. I believe he's got a lot of shit on politicians. He's got a lot of shit. He is kind of like that Black Jeffrey Epstein. I believe it was way more people participating in what y'all think. It ain't just TD Jakes. That's why TD Jakes stepped down, which was a smart move for him. Let me just bow out because I was at the parties and kicking it too. And, so let me bow out. But it is way more than what y'all think. Way more. And I believe Jimmy Iovine was there too. I believe Jimmy Iovine, a lot of these people, a lot of wealthy, powerful people that we don't even know of is probably around. And that's what's trying to get him off the board. That's why they released that tape the first time. First they had Cassie go out there and then all right. And then after they had Cassie go out there, then they released that video. Then after they released that video, there's nobody, I'm gonna break this down. Y'all listen to what I'm saying. Why didn't anybody say anything to the hotel? No matter what, if they got sold or bought. Somebody took that fucking $50,000 to not release that tape. So if somebody took that $50,000 from Puffy, why are we not criminalizing them as well? Because they should have came out. If you see something wrong, you say something, right? Why is it just him being demonized for paying, but the people who accepted the money walks away with no responsibility under the guise of, it's under different owners. Any type of transaction can be tracked. FBI knows all of that shit. So I don't want to hear it. And I believe he has a lot of information. I believe he has a lot of information on a lot of politicians. I believe he has a lot of information on politicians, not just probably your favorite president, probably Obama. There's probably a lot of people, Rahm Emanuel, a lot of these politicians. You got to understand, it's Puffy. Everybody's going to his parties. What do you always hear about? The all-white parties that he has. And then you see the little pictures and they put it out. So, and then all you hoe ass niggas now that want to go and tell your story like you a victim, you're not a woman. Stop acting like a female. This is what I don't like about men. Men always want to distinguish themselves from women, but then you go right to the internet telling your story like a straight woman. Instead of just being like, man, I'm over that shit. I even looked at what's his name? Columbus Short. This motherfucker on there, well, Diddy did this and this. I kind of want to say like, but why are you saying that now though? Everybody got all this energy. It reminds me of Suge. Everybody had all that energy for Suge, with the exception of Snoop and the Eastsiders. They did not give a fuck about no Suge. But a lot of niggas had all this energy for Suge when he was independent. When he got out, niggas was on house arrest, just like Suge said. That's a fucking fact. That's a fact. Just like Puffy. Everybody got all this energy for Puffy now. And then the people that don't got the energy, they ain't saying shit. Nobody's like, hey, can we just, I'm wanting to see when somebody's gonna be like, can we just wait to see when the facts come out? Because who does that in an indictment? 50,000 bottles of baby oil. Man, y'all need to stop. They are trying to besmirch his name, and it's so god awful and obvious the way y'all doing it. Hey, I don't agree with a lot of shit that they did, as far as putting that stuff out. And I don't agree with a lot of the shit that Puffy has done to his own people. But what I ain't gonna do is allow you to persecute him, and then Harvey Weinstein in the background plead not guilty, and they got him on audio too. Sit down. Just let me give you a massage. Sit down. Just sit down. I'm uncomfortable. Uncomfortable for what? Sit on the bed. Let me make you a drink. Sit down. Y'all remember when I played that shit? Shawnee remember. David remember. James remember. I played that. I remember when I played that shit. Tasha, I know you remember that shit because I was rolling. I'm about to start getting the music out. I'm going to start having to get the mammy music out because there's a lot of mammies around here. There's a lot of men mammies too. Gene Deal, men mammy. That's a shirt. I need to make that a shirt and get people's pictures and put a man mammy. And then had they asses in a little circle. Because I ain't never seen so many, like, damn, dog, what is you doing? Because people are addicted to the internet's fame and success. That was part of the reason why I was like, you know what? I'm not doing no more video. I'm not going to do no live. We're just going to, at first, it was my thing. And I was like, I could get it fixed. No, I don't even care. I'm going to just do recordings, upload. And the people that fuck with this podcast, they going to listen to it. The people that don't fuck with it, don't fuck with it. We're gonna be the opposite of the internet, like what me and David talked about, me and James Youngblood and David. I'd rather them be out there. Nope, I want my shit to kind of be made like underground, not because I don't know how to go get views and all that other sucker shit. Shit, niggas is buying views, but it's about the information and not being addicted to the little fame on the internet. That's why I was like, if y'all know that, I was like, no, I'm not doing no camera no more. I ain't doing that. Nope, I ain't gonna go live no more. I'm just upload the video, and I know when Shawnee will watch it, or Erica will watch it, or Taja will watch it, or David will watch it, or James Youngblood will watch it. Cause then if they do allow me to look at the comments, I'll be like, oh, okay, James said something. All right, cool. I feel like it's just us having a conversation, in my honest opinion. And there's some new people that probably listen, whatever, but that's why. Because I don't want our people to take the internet as fame and success when we're still struggling. And then we got a long way to go because, as Suge Knight said, he learned that behavior from someone. You're like, well, where you going? Y'all have to understand, this isn't Puffy behavior. Somebody socialized him within that industry. This is how you're successful. Just, do all this. Yeah, this is how you're successful. Get everybody cozy and let everybody be all fucked up. Then make the videotapes everybody and keep them in a secret store. That's probably one of the reasons why Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck probably broke up, because he know them tapes getting ready to drop. And then we gonna see if she still is Jenny from the block. Well, I'm just saying, listen to what the man is saying. Some people will say Suge Knight's not credible. Well, guess what? for a man who's had issues with Puffy all these years to say he learned that behavior from someone. I've known him for a long time. Basically, he wasn't like that before. So somebody socialized him to do that. And then he started naming all the people that was in his life. We're not saying that Russell Simmons may not be one of those people, but he was at them parties. But I know the head corporate. This is the person me and my family have been talking about for the last 24 years. And that's Clive Davis. The motherfucker they ran up on and said, hey, what do you think about Puffy? He act like he need to be put in memory care. Like they got to put him in a convalescent home, a care center. All of a sudden. You didn't need that care center when Whitney Houston died and you was collecting all her goddamn royalties. Stop. Clive Davis, you are the main one. Robbing everybody blind, living off everybody's royalties. Where you think he got? Look, we have the natural ability to replicate the behavior of the people we're up under. So if Puppy was up under a person like that, and this guy's got millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and that guy's like, well, here, this is how I did it. What do you think and I'm pretty sure now Puffy does probably regret, like, damn, man, I did a lot of people bad and it's fucked up. But I'm just saying right now, we have to learn where this behavior is coming from. And I'll quote Dave from No Compromise, Warren G. The dominant society is the masters of confusion. And when we got this money and this fame, that's when they really gonna confuse you then. They gonna really try to play the game on you, confuse you then. Because now you're in their web. Now once you in their web, that's a wrap. So remember that. And I'm gonna say it again. I believe Puffy has shit on high-powered people as well as politicians, probably in the Democratic Party. What do you bet some of your favorite politicians he got information on? What y'all bet? What y'all bet? They ain't mentioning Hove, but Hove using a lot of pictures with him. You was at a lot of them parties. You're going to see a lot of people start stepping away from Mr. Puffy. But they ain't going to step away too far because Puffy has you within reach. See, he's got a backup plan to the backup plan. And now we're going to watch it unfold. And like I said, I think he's got a lot of powerful people that he got shit on. And I think it's a lot of politicians too. A lot of congressmen, senators. I'm telling you. You seen Eric Adams. They got him involved in it too. So he was involved in some bullshit too. And I just mentioned the Democratic Party. It's more than just Eric Adams. It's way more than just him. It's a whole bunch of Democratic Party affiliates that was at them white parties with T.D. Jakes and the rest of them. The motherfuckers just want to blame T.D. Jakes. No, nigga. It's way more than just him. Oh, you gonna see it. And here's the cold part. The dominant society don't give a fuck about all these niggas falling. That's why when you get your little money and get your bag, you don't shit on people, stay humble, as Kendrick Lamar said, and keep it moving and stay out the way, stay under the radar, don't flaunt your money in people's face unless you are living a life of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. If you're not living a life like him, stay the fuck out the way. Straight up and fucking down. Because these people are showing us their playbook every day. They put Cassie shit out there. Then they put the video out there. They never talked about the hotel that took the money and held them accountable. They try to make us shit. Oh, it's under new ownership. Don't matter. Somebody there took that money. So they talked about that. Then, we raided this house, which was 6 months ago. Now they raided the other house. Oh, we found baby oil and all that. Man, FBI, you notice the FBI, when it comes to a nigga, they gonna put all your business out that's at the house. The drugs and all this other shit. But when they raided Jeffrey Epstein's house, they didn't say worth a damn. When they did they even raid Harvey Weinstein's house? And if they did, we don't know what's at his house. But we know what R. Kelly had going on because they let us know what R. Kelly had going on. So if you don't want to tell me that the system of racism and white supremacy is real, you guys are fucking crazy. That's why there's so many people, without naming names, that stick so closely to Jimmy Iovine. And he is their savior. Jimmy Iovine ain't shit. He is the same as Clive fucking Davis. And if y'all don't think that there's more to all the shit that's going on that's got the reach all the way to the politicians, you are sadly mistaken, and you have drank the blue pill smoothie yet once again, and I will not. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace. Ha 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 ha.